Hello, my name is Noah Zobrist, and this is a presentation on healthy living. Nearly one-third of the world's population is considered in the overweight and obese category. Many people need to learn to live healthier lifestyle, to live longer, better, more comfortable lives. Healthy living affects many facets of life, not just how you look, but how you feel, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Also, healthy living is vital in living the Christian life as well. There are passages in the Bible that deal specifically with health. This is not just something that we learn in school or from doctors, it's biblical. Now, some people seek to find a shortcut, some way to make it easier, but I'm here to tell you there are no gimmicks, there are no special pills, and there's no easy road. It takes determination to change your habits, consistency in maintaining the change, and hard work to meet your goals and see results. Some shortcuts people choose to make are fad diets, something that cuts out a lot of types of foods so that you can see quick results. But ultimately, when you get back eating your normal diet, all that weight's going to come right back. Others choose supplements, things that are going to make them lose weight without changing anything. But those are dangerous because when you stop taking them, you're going to gain all that weight back, and there could be additional health issues. And then some struggle with anorexia or bulimia, eating too little, eating and then throwing it up so that you don't see those results. These are serious issues. If you or someone that you know is struggling with one of these problems, I encourage you to seek out counseling and pray for these people if they're your friends or family, and then pray to God if it's something that you're dealing with as well. I encourage you to take these things before the Lord because He is able to help you with them. Another thing that we struggle with is false advertising. There are supplements and pills that say that you can continue eating pizza and lose weight. This is what's called a wonder herb, something that will just not work. In this ad, it says it's going to make you sick, it won't work, and it'll cost you money. That's the type of thing that you're going to receive from that. You're not going to get any lasting health benefits. As well as the diet cycle. You start a diet, you restrict yourself, that ends in craving things, giving in, and then feeling guilty for it. So you start your diet over again. Neither of these result in lasting changes. On a little bit of a lighter note, the dietary guidelines for the USDA have changed. You are now to avoid fatty acids, which are depicted as an angry woolly mammoth, and get your daily exercise, which is depicted by a scared caveman. So just a little bit something light to make the discussion of diet and exercise a little bit more enjoyable than going to the dentist, I hope. But in reality, the real process is 2 steps. First, nutrition. You have to eat right, and you have to make the right decisions with your food to see results. And then also, you have to pair those right choices with exercise. Exercising alone is not going to bring you the results. You have to eat well as well. So we're going to start with the nutrition. Here are the basics. You need to understand what calories are, and you have to understand the difference between good and bad calories. You have to adjust your portion sizes. A lot of us have eyes that are bigger than our stomachs. We get more than we need. You can always go get more if you don't get too much the first time. Track what you eat. I encourage you to get some sort of an app to log what you eat, or just be mindful, because if you're conscious of what you're eating, you'll likely eat less. More on nutrition. What are we supposed to eat? A lot of times we're restricting ourselves. We're saying that we're got to cut sugar, bread, and processed food. So basically we're cutting out all of our happiness, and we just have to eat bland rice cakes all the time. No, that's not true. We just have to be smart about it, and we have to plan. ChooseMyPlate.gov is a wonderful website, and it's a little bit better than the food pyramid, which you're seeing on your screen. It's more personalized approach on how much of each food group you should eat. The key is to eat a lot of vegetables and to vary them, get different flavors in your meals. Eat fruits because it's a good alternative to a sweet treat, and then eat whole grains instead of processed grains. Low fat or fat-free dairy because you can still drink milk. You just have to be smart about it. And then vary your proteins. Eat fish and nuts and chicken rather than all beef and bacon, which I know we all love bacon. but it's better to vary those things up. And the next key is to eat it in moderation. So have a little bit of bacon every now and again. Just don't eat 6 pieces every day. It's not good for you. Also, make sure that you recognize good calories are better than bad calories. 100 calories of chicken is way better than 100 calories of chips. I did a little study. An avocado is about 350 calories, and a medium McDonald's fry is 340 calories. Which of those is better? Obviously, it's going to be the avocado. It's healthier for you. McDonald's fries might taste good and sound good, but they're way worse for you. So you have to make sure that you recognize the difference between good and bad calories. And you can't out-exercise a bad diet. If you're eating poorly and you're trying to overcompensate with exercising a lot, it's not going to work, because if you can't exercise or you stop exercising, you're going to go downhill fast because your diet is not in order. Now let's move on to exercise. Here are some basics. You just need to get up and move. You have to get your heart rate going. You don't have to get a gym membership to get your sweat on. You just have to find something that you can do at home to get your heart rate up and breathing hard. The goal is 3 to 5 times a week, at least 30 minutes a time. And the more that you do it, the quicker you're going to see results. There are 2 main types of exercises. The first is aerobic. That's cardio, running, swimming, biking, and walking. The second is anaerobic. This is going to be more muscle taxing exercises, sprinting, weightlifting, high interval intense training, and then CrossFit, which is very similar to the HIIT training. Why should we do that? Why are we needing to exercise, and why do we need to eat right? There are so many excuses to not do it. But ultimately, we know that we should, but why? Is it because Noah says so, or because my doctor says so? Is it because I want to look good? Those all might be fine answers, but they're not lasting. That's not going to lead to lasting change. Is it because my wife wants me to, or I want to feel better? I want to live longer? Those are better, but they're still not getting to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is that it's biblical. This is something that we need to do because it prevents us from sin. I've got a couple passages up here. This is not an exhaustive list, but it definitely helps to get a good biblical perspective on health. 1 Corinthians 6:12 says, "All things are lawful for me, but not all things are profitable. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be mastered by anything." All things in moderation. We can eat some sweet things. We can eat some salty things. But is it profitable? Should we do it? Or is it going to lead us into sin? Next, 1 Corinthians 9:27 says, "But I discipline my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified." We put our bodies into submission to us so that we are not ruled by our desires. And then finally, 1 Corinthians 10:13. Here's our hope. "No temptation has overtaken you, but such as is common to man. And God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation will provide a way of escape also, so that you will be able to overcome it." We can overcome this. We don't have to be doomed to a bad diet and feeling bad the rest of our lives. We just have to remember to make sure that our nutrition is right, that we are eating good calories, we're eating them in moderation, and then exercise, because that's really going to help you reach the goals that you're looking for. And then finally, remember, God is our authority. God made us. He created us to serve Him. So ask for God's help if you're seeking to make a change in your life. God is faithful, and He will answer our prayers if prayed in the right motivation. In these few minutes, it wasn't an exhaustive overview of healthy living, but there's a lot more to be found. Do research, but before you do anything, make sure you know that it's true. Make sure that you find something that's going to work for you. No 2 people are the same. Just make sure that you find something that will work and that you will be able to continue with. I trust this leaves you in a good place to make positive changes to live a healthier life. God bless.